You get the paper too? All right, Brandon. We're gonna go right into it. Brandon, have you ever heard of the 45-year plan?
No.
45-year plan starts when you're 20 to 22 years old, and you usually have yourself, maybe a car, and rent to pay for it. But we also have something called a job. And how a job works is we'll put, 30 hours in, and we'll get 30 hours pay out of it. In between that, we have dreams. And Brandon, if you didn't have to work a day in your life, what would you be doing right now?
I'd be at the beach.
Well, you're at the beach right now, somewhere specific.
I'd be at Wildwood Beach.
Yeah, Wildwood Beach. And then you probably want to have a family, right?
Nope.
No family? Well, I want to have a family. And the average household has 2.5 kids, but we're going to round it to 2. And a beautiful wife. And then you have to get a bigger car, and a bigger house. So, and as you're getting older, you start with 30 to 40 hours a week as 20 and 22 years old, but to manage these expenses, it goes into 50 hours, 60 hours, 70 hours. And then you get up to the age of retirement, which is 65 to 67, and then what happens? All your dreams are washed away because you put all these hours in to support your family. The Social Security Association did a survey for 100 people between the ages of 65 and 67. The first 1% is wealthy, making over $300,000 a year residually. And this 1%, Brandon, it's your Oprah Winfrey's, her kids, the Paris Hiltons, people that inherit large amounts of wealth. And I'm going to ask you, Brandon, are you inheriting any large amounts of wealth recently?
No.
Soon? No? Me either. So hopefully we're in the first 4%. Financially fit, making over $100,000 to $300,000 a year, once again, residually. And when you think of these numbers, what jobs do you coincide this with? Do you think of doctors, lawyers, stuff like that? Yeah, but what happens when the doctors and the lawyers stop going into work? They put the hours in so they get their hourly pay or their salary. So the doctor gets sick and he doesn't go into work. He's going to lose his job. He's going to lose his $100,000, $300,000 a year. That makes the first 5% of society. 5% are still working, not because they want to, but they have to. I'll give you an example. My grandpa, who's 85 years old, he's actually still driving school buses because he didn't manage his finances very well when he was younger. I'm sure you don't want to be working when you're 65, 67 years old, right? You want to be kicking back on a beach in Wildwood. 20% are dead. So people our age won't even make it to the age of retirement. Brandon, do you know what the leading cause of death in America is?
Heart disease.
Heart disease. We are literally working ourselves to death and stressing about this. The last 62% are flat broke, making anywhere from $4,000 to $14,000 a year. Now, these aren't people that were bums and didn't work their whole life. These people might have worked their asses off their whole life, but Social Security, all they had left for retirement is $4,000 to $14,000 a year. And that makes the remaining 95% of society. Now, Brandon, let me ask you, do you want to be in the 5% or you want to be in the 95%?
5%.
You want to be the 5%. Hopefully that 4%, right? Because we're not going to be in the 1%. And this is where residual income comes in. Have you ever heard that word, Brandon?
No.
Residual income, as well as shop.com, and how it's going to be a huge asset to your life. Right.